Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. In today's matchup, we should have a fun one on our hands. It's the Seahawks coming in at 5-1, going up against the Texans, who come in at 5-1.
With the beautiful Puget Sound just to our west, you get a look inside CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the Houston Texans. Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. On first down, Watson. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Griffin. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
First carry for Lamar Miller. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Back to throw, Watson. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Leckler now on as he'll punt this away. This is Archer.
Whoosh.
So dangerous with a football in his hands. Call that a return of 38. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. First carry for Thomas Rawls. And he's going to get this inside the 30. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
In the red zone this time. Following the penalty, it's Rawls. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
The play clock's running down. They stay on the ground. Rolls again. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Here's Wilson to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. And Walsh able to convert it as his kick is good. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. So the folks here in the stands this afternoon, they're happy about that one. Their guys get the early advantage after the opening drive field goal.
And they should be happy. Their guys look good getting down the field, and that's got to give them hope that good things are in store here today.
Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
10 yards still left on 2nd down.
Let's go. Brad 38.
Here's Watson. And this one complete to Will Fuller. Give him 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs. That's a matchup maybe they go back to their outer third of the field as this game continues.
Yeah, I think back to my high school coach, John Ford. He used to say when we got big plays early in a game or good plays, you know, he'd say, foul it away, lad, foul it away, because he'd want to come back to it later in a key situation. They may come back to this one a little more often than that.
Didn't he say laddie or did he say lad?
Yeah, just depending on what he was feeling at the moment.
Okay, I thought that was the guy you told me about. He used to say laddie a lot.
Laddie, when you heard laddie, he was usually in a pretty good mood. Lad, eh.
Second down following the incompletion. Watson going to give this one to Miller. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. Second down a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now. Watson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro free safety, Earl Thomas. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's 2nd down. Wilson going to give to Rolls. And he's got some space here. Oh, now he bowls him over. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. A nice, strong run there for Rawls. His coaches back in high school in Flint, Michigan, you know what his nickname was?
No, what was it?
The Train. The man can break some tackles on occasion.
Well, it makes sense when you watch runs like that, because when you're trying to deal with a train, you're supposed to get out of the way, right? And if you don't, you're going to get bruised up trying to tackle him. That's the type of runner he is. He can pop people as he goes by them.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Back to the ground on first. Again, it's Rawls. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Play action. Now Wilson. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. And now Wilson unhappy with something he saw there as he's going to burn a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So a second down incompletion now brings up third down. From the gun, it's Wilson. And that is incomplete.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on third down to bring up fourth. Time running out here on the play clock. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Now John Ryan, 12th year in the league, on to punt it away. Back deep, Bruce Ellington. They'll need to get the play off quickly. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Second down, offense behind the sticks here. 2nd and 13. Watson now to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Well, it doesn't take any great analysis. No jokes, partner, okay? All right, on this one. But we just know that we're going to see this as the game moves forward. There's going to be two guys on him on just about every snap.
It's kind of a dare to throw his way, but they have to keep throwing his way.
The benefits could be great. You throw it to a great receiver, he could come down with it anyway.
Come on, let's go. Try 38.
And the slot man goes in motion left. Third and long, it's Watson. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
So we have to remember, this offensive unit, they've been off for the last 2 weeks. Had an open week, and so it might take them a little while to get back into rhythm. I know they worked hard to try and get past that in practice, but practice isn't game speed.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Now a fair catch signaled for and made right about the 43-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. 23 yards on the play. Took him 5 tries, but he is able to complete that first pass of the game.
And could you hear the exhale all the way up here? Not just from him, coaching staff, offensive line, receivers. Now he's off the schneid. Can they get him going in a nice groove where he becomes a little more consistent throwing the football?
Because you miss those first 2, but you get up the 0 for 4 range. That can be a little tricky, but able to settle in, hopefully.
Yeah, now you won't have any confidence issues. Now you can kind of get it back even with just 1 throw.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
On 2nd down, Wilson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Brian Cushing. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Well, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I played with to have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team was saying, hey, yeah, we called him the disruptor, and that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11.
Let's go.
From the gun, here's Watson. And to the left side, Fedorowicz has it. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
The Texans on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Let's go.
Out of the gun, Watson. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Reminder, a couple of good games still to come. Later tonight, it's the Steelers on the road in Detroit taking on the Lions. Then Monday night, the costumes will be in full force in Kansas City, I'm sure, as on the day before Halloween, we'll see the Chiefs play host to their AFC West rivals, the Broncos.
And wasn't it just a couple years ago, those two played a night game that was won by the Broncos on a fumble return with like 20 seconds to go?
Absolutely. That was a thriller. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And now running right through it. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
And that's why defense coordinators always preach 11 guys to the ball. Because sometimes you have a missed tackle, but if you have a swarm of guys around, less room for them to roam even after the first missed tackle. In this case, tackle was missed, plenty of open field to get after that.
They go play action here on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Bernardrick McKinney coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. On second down, here's Wilson. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Carlos Watkins, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Throwing is Wilson. He's going to air one out. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
Well, we quit counting yardage on that one, didn't we? That was truly 3rd and a mile, wasn't it?
It was. I thought they might just go underneath, but they didn't. They wanted to get the first down there.
Yeah, they tried to pick up the huge chunk unsuccessfully. I'm with you. I would have tried to take some yardage just to gain some field position.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Ellington now to return it. Give him 11 yards that time on the return, and the Texans take possession. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. And I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try and play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man. To throw is Watson. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Will Fuller was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing again is Watson. Right side caught Fedorowicz. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A really good pickup of 28 yards. First down carry now for Miller. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Here's Watson now on second down. His throw caught right around the 6. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. C.J. Fedorowicz, his second touchdown on the season. And the Texans are in for 6. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
They start on the ground with Rawls. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
They go again with Rawls. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
Now Wilson on 2nd down. Over the middle, complete. That's Richardson. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. The Seahawks on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time it's 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, Wilson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
After the interception, here's Watson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Mike Morgan leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast, and a big sack. On 2nd down, here's Watson. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. That one goes for 24 yards. Two minutes to go here in the first half. Back to CenturyLink Field after this. Now it's Miller. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
On 2nd down, here's Miller. Down to the 25. And now the Seahawks are going to call another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The Texans on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Now Watson. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his 2nd of the game. Instead, 4th down. So now it's Andrew Franks on for the field goal. This from 42 yards out. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that's caught inside the 35. And give him a gain of 37. First down now, but that clock rolling.
I know you're trying not to scoreboard watch, but you only got 3 points. You're kind of hoping that that type of play there gives you some positive momentum going into the half.
Yeah, need to do something to get more than that 3 number that they have on the scoreboard right now. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Well, that play was doomed right from the start.
They just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. And the next snap coming inside the red zone here. So the offense has it, 6-yard line, 1st and goal. Oh, and now he and he will not be denied. Into the end zone, touchdown Seahawks. Thomas rolls his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks are able to strike for 6. Blair Walsh on to attempt the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Here comes Bruce Ellington on the return. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And the Texans set to come onto the field. And the last time that they were on the field, little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You know, always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, though.
It does test the mental processes of a team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up, because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to the stretch?
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Michael Bannon in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Really nice pick there for the reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week. And a good story on that, he said he didn't even know he won the award. His buddy had to call him. He saw it on television and said, hey, congratulations. How about that?
And I'll bet you his buddy said, well, since you didn't know, I'll just go ahead and claim the award, right? And everything that goes along with it. But the reason he won the award the previous week and what we just saw there, instincts, understanding where the play is going and being able to make a play on the football.
And a great spot to start this drive from here. After the interception, here's Wilson. Gonna look deep for Wilson. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
2nd and 10 now. Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. So we are at halftime here in downtown Seattle with the Seahawks out in front. As we send you cross-country to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando with our halftime report, here's Larry Ridley. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And out now come the Seahawks. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Second half starts with a run by Rawls. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
No surprise there, Jadeveon Clowney with a tackle for loss. We all know how he became one of the most famous players in football, though, don't we remember?
Oh, that one play.
Yeah, that one big-time play. It was on highlights everywhere. They want to see more of that here in the NFL.
Now Wilson to throw on 2nd down. And that'll be incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. And that'll make it 3rd down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
On 3rd down, Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Here's John Ryan now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Here's Ellington. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because that's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11. So it's Watson. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. 5 yards on the pickup, and they're going to have a third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The Texans on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Back to throw, Watson. He's going to wind up and air it out. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary can really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Gonna miss this one. Wide to the left from distance. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. So make it 2 missed field goals for him now, but I have the sense, given that distance, you could probably forgive him here on this one.
Yeah, this is out of the range of just about anybody on planet Earth except probably you, partner. But you just got to drive it out low and hope that somehow you hit it absolutely perfect. But no real chance for this one to go through.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. And his throw here's incomplete.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Second and 10. It's Wilson again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year. Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Wilson. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
But no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it was a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it. And even if he missed, confident in their defense that they could hold him.
Watson on 1st down. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston 1st down. And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. On 1st down, it's Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. This is caught inside the 15. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. A big-time play there for the Texans. 57 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They'll try and run for it with Miller. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
So they're on the 5-yard line here, 2nd down and goal. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. This offense so far on 3rd down, they're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and goal.
Here we go.
And movement here by one of the Texans up front. In comes the flag. The Texans on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Here's Watson. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
So he exercises a few demons by getting that one to go, but tie game, so those 2 misses could still loom large.
They'll probably hang over him the rest of the way, you have to think. But now you get a fresh start. All even. Time for that defense to rise up and get the ball back.
The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll try to get the running game going with Rawls. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Wilson to give to Rawls. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes just a matter of philosophy. Some say run it until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Now Wilson. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down. Here's John Ryan now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. On 1st down, Watson. And he's got it, Fedorowicz. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Let's go.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Back now in Seattle, Washington. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Here's Watson. Throw left side complete. It's Fuller. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down.
Come on, let's go.
Watson now to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. They were trying to get the connection with the former Buckeye, Braxton Miller. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open. And this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And he's got Miller. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
On 1st and 10, Watson. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Braxton Miller, his first touchdown on the year. And the Texans have broken the tie. Now Franks for the extra point. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. On the return, here's Dree Archer. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Rawls. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Shift together here from the D-line. On 2nd down, Rawls. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
The Seahawks on 3rd down, as bad as you can be. 0 for 7 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Play clock winding down. Here's Wilson. He finds his man, Baldwin. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. First down, Seahawks. Wilson to Baldwin. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. The busy afternoon continues for Rawls. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Zach Cunningham in there to bring him down, and it'll be a play to remember for that young man. The first sack of his NFL career. Wilson to the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. From the gun, it's Wilson. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And down he goes. A sack. They sack him back across midfield at about the 48-yard line. Jadeveon Clowney in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. They'll toss it to Miller. And some space here. Lamar Miller. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. After the penalty, it's Miller. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It'll be 2nd down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
They'll run it again with Miller. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. And at this stage of the game, time a factor, time on their side as they just try to eke out the final precious moments of this one. From the 50, it's Watson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Fuller. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Here's Shane Leckler now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Here's Shane Leckler now as he's on to punt for Houston. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
He's back to throw. It's complete to Lockett. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. 4 fourth-quarter comebacks a year ago for Russell. He's looking to get one here and off to a good start.
And because of his skill set, he naturally puts a defense back on its heels. They have a hard time rushing him fully because he can take off and run for big yardage.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Bernardrick McKinney in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Back to throw. Oh, fighting off the defender. Now they go screen. It's complete. Got some room at the 30. Look at this spin.
Balance.
And he's brought down after a good gain. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
He'll look to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Kentrell Bryce picks it, and the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you